Morning, Benjamin Hatfield, Teach Me to Dive, Technical Dive Instructor. We've got a lot of amazing things coming up this week. For June and July and August, we've decided to dedicate those 3 months, or what's otherwise known as the summer, to amazing women in diving. So keep an eye out on our YouTube channel. You're going to see some amazing interviews with amazing women in diving. Now, here's just a preview. How about Natalie Leselin, one of my favorite divers? She is just a hoot and a lot of fire and such an amazing person. Jill Heinerth, one of my favorite divers in the world as well. Just amazing woman. So matter of fact about all her amazing adventures and what's going on and what she's doing. We've got Stephanie Carney, very exciting, COO of ITI. I couldn't believe it either. She is 4'11" of pure fire, vim, and vigor. Just a lot of great opportunity to learn from her. Starting off the year this summer, we've got Karen Ahrens. She is a dive instructor who lives on a sailboat. Used to own 3 dive shops. Now she teaches internationally. Currently, I believe they are anchored in Puerto Rico. Sounds like pretty amazing to me as well. We've got some others. We've got Jennifer Idle, first woman to dive all 50 states. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Now, just finished up an interview with Tiffany from Into the Ocean. She runs a nonprofit organization that gives kids who would not normally have that opportunity to get into diving. She gives them that ability to do that through donations through her nonprofit organization. So I'll make sure to include the links to that as well. If you have extra dive gear, if you have a little bit extra money, if you have some way to give, if you're a dive instructor and would like to teach a class, not for certification, just for the pure joy of giving these young people the right information, the right education, she is looking for you. I'll make sure to include in the comments a link straight over to Into the Ocean. So that's the amazing things we have coming up this year. We're going off this weekend. We're teaching some technical diving down at Bear Lake. I heard there's a dive along down at Bear Lake this weekend. So if you're thinking you want to go down to Bear Lake, we'll be down to Cisco. I'll be personally teaching a tech course, which that's kind of what I do anyway. But there'll also be a dive along. My blushing bride, amazing wife, the best woman in the entire world. I'm sorry, Jill. I'm sorry, Natalie. I'm sorry, Jennifer. I'm sorry, all the amazing women that I know. My wife is the best woman in the world, bar none, hands down. She is amazing. She will most likely be leading that dive, and she is fantastic and a special diver as well. Very, very skilled. She's a technical diver. She has an amazing ability to really work with people in a meaningful way. Now, she'll be leading that dive. Other things we got coming up this summer, we have some dive alongs. Keep an eye on our page for that. We will be diving Yellowstone Lake in the Yellowstone National Forest. It is a special one-of-kind dive. If you have not dove in Yellowstone before, you need to come out and join us. Guess what? It's free. No cost. You just have to get to us. Bring your gear, bring yourself, get into the park however you need to get into the park. I think it's $20 to get in the park or something, but I have no control of that. That's the federal government. You can take that up with them, whomever that would be. I'm not sure who the governor of Wyoming is today, or I do know who the president is, and I don't think he'll do anything about it either. But that's a whole different story, and I'm not political. So come out and dive with us is the key. Listen to our interviews. We've got some amazing interviews right now. You might notice there's a nice little blip from Mark Scott. He's a national training advisor with ITI. He's amazing. I love Mark. He's just the coolest guy ever. We got some other really cool interviews out there as well. So again, we've got Into the Ocean interview coming up with Tiffany. If you have extra dive gear or some extra money that you don't mind parting with to help underprivileged youth get into diving, please be a part of that. If you feel like coming out and diving with me, I'll be out at Bear Lake this weekend, Cisco Beach, having some fun. So please come out and join us. Beware, it is a little chilly. I think the water temp we saw last week was 40 degrees-ish. So definitely in a dry suit. Anyway, Benjamin Hatfield, Teach Me to Dive. Please come on and join us. Subscribe to our podcast. Go to YouTube. The link is in the description here for you. So make sure to help them out. Love you guys. Again, Benjamin Hatfield, Teach Me to Dive. Subscribe.